The cafe was warm that evening, filled with the soft hum of music and the faint aroma of roasted coffee beans. Outside, rain painted the windows in silver streaks, while inside, a young woman sat nervously at a small corner table, her fingers tapping against her cup. Her name was Emma, a 28-year-old woman with kind eyes, a shy smile, and a heart that had been broken one too many times. She glanced at her reflection in the glass, the curve of her body, the way her dress clung a little tighter than she liked, and sighed. "No one marries a fat girl," she whispered under her breath, remembering the cruel words of her ex-boyfriend, her classmates, even her own relatives, who said she should try harder to fit in. Tonight was supposed to be different. Her friend Lily had convinced her to try a blind date. "You never know, Em. Maybe he's the one who'll see the real you." Emma didn't believe in fairy tales anymore, but she still came, because somewhere deep inside, she still hoped someone would look at her and not see a size but a soul. She checked her phone. The message said, "His name is Ethan. He's tall, charming, and works in business. You'll know him. He'll be wearing a grey suit." Just then, the cafe door opened, and a tall man walked in, shaking the rain from his coat. He scanned the room with calm eyes, sharp, confident, but kind. He spotted her and smiled. "Emma?" She blinked. "Oh, yes, hi." He took a seat across from her, offering his hand. "Ethan?" His handshake was gentle, his eyes warm. He didn't seem to notice her nervousness, or the way she tugged at her sleeves to cover her arms. Instead, he started talking about books, travel, and the weirdness of blind dates. Within minutes, Emma found herself laughing. For the first time in years, she forgot to compare herself to anyone else. But as the evening went on, she noticed the glances. Two young women at the next table were whispering and giggling, their eyes darting toward her. Emma's stomach tightened. She recognized that look. She had seen it her whole life. Ethan followed her gaze. "Something wrong?" She forced a smile. "No. Just people like them don't understand why someone like you would be seen with someone like me." He frowned. "Someone like you?" Her voice cracked. "I'm not blind, Ethan. I know what I look like. Every time I walk into a room, people see it before they see me. I'm not the kind of woman men fall in love with. No one marries a fat girl, sir. They just don't." For a moment, silence hung heavy between them. The cafe noise faded into a dull hum. Then Ethan leaned forward, his eyes soft but steady. "You know what I think?" She blinked, not trusting herself to speak. "I think the world's been blind, not you. They've been so busy judging shapes and sizes that they forgot how to recognize grace, kindness, and courage. You came here tonight despite every cruel voice you've ever heard. That's not weakness, Emma. That's strength." Her eyes filled with tears. "You don't have to be nice, Ethan. I know how this ends." He smiled, a quiet, genuine smile. "Then let's prove them all wrong." Her breath caught. Let's show them what love really looks like. Two imperfect people, meeting by chance, and choosing to see the beauty that no one else noticed." Emma laughed through her tears. "You don't even know me." "Not yet," he said softly. "But I want to." That night stretched longer than either expected. They talked for hours, about dreams, fears, and the ways people hide their pain behind forced smiles. Ethan told her about losing his mother when he was young, about how she taught him that kindness was worth more than perfection. When the cafe closed, he walked her to her car. Rain still drizzled lightly, glistening on the street lamps. She fumbled for her keys, but he gently took her umbrella and held it over her. "Can I see you again?" he asked. She hesitated. "Are you sure?" He chuckled. "Emma, you don't get it. I've been on dates with models, influencers, people obsessed with themselves. None of them made me laugh the way you did tonight. None of them made me feel seen." Something inside her shifted. A fragile part of her heart that had been hidden for too long began to heal. Over the next few months, Ethan and Emma saw each other often. At first she doubted every compliment, every look, but he was patient, never rushing her, never trying to change her. He'd say things like, "You make rooms warmer just by being in them," or "Your heart's the most beautiful thing about you." And it shows. Slowly, She started to believe him. Then one evening, as they sat watching the sunset at a park bench, Ethan turned to her. "There's something I haven't told you." She smiled nervously. "You're married?" He laughed. "No, worse, I'm the CEO of Sterling Dynamics." Her jaw dropped. "What, you mean the company everyone talks about?" He nodded. "Yeah, but don't look at me like that. I didn't tell you because I wanted to know who'd see me for me. Not the money, not the title, just Ethan." Emma stared at him in disbelief. "So you're a millionaire?" He shrugged. "Technically. But honestly, tonight, I feel richer just sitting here with you." Tears welled in her eyes again, not from shame, but from gratitude. "All this time I thought I was the one who wasn't enough. And now," he took her hands, "now you know the truth. You were always enough." A few months later, Ethan proposed. Not with a grand gesture, not in a crowd, just the two of them, in the same cafe where they met. He knelt beside her and whispered, "Let's prove them all wrong, once and for all." Her hands shook as she said yes. Their wedding wasn't extravagant. There were no designer gowns or fancy guests, just a small garden, fairy lights, laughter and love. When the priest asked if anyone had objections, the world stayed silent. Because, for the first time, love was louder than judgment. As they danced under the stars that night, Ethan held her close and said, "You're not just beautiful. Emma, you're everything the world forgot to appreciate." She smiled, her tears glistening under the lights. "And you're everything I stopped believing existed." He kissed her forehead and whispered, "We proved them wrong, didn't we?" She nodded. "We did." And as music played softly in the background, Emma realized that love wasn't about perfection. It was about two souls finding each other in a world that often looks but rarely sees. Because the truth was simple. She had never needed to change her body to deserve love. The only thing that ever needed to change was the way the world saw her. And with Ethan's hand in hers, she finally knew real love never cared about covers. It always read the heart within. Would you like me to extend this story into a 20-minute cinematic voiceover version? With pacing, emotional pauses and dialogue rhythm, the same way viral storytelling channels do? It would sound like a heartwarming short film.